Namaskaram. So, welcome to day 52 of the Safe Soil journey. So, yesterday we were looking at what is the right way to wake up. I hope all of you were able to experiment with this. So, tomorrow being Ekadashi, it's a good time to fast. So, it's just a reminder for those of you who have already been doing this. If you can attempt fasting tomorrow, and if you haven't tried, then tomorrow being Ekadashi, it is a good day to start fasting on a regular basis, at least once in 2 weeks. If you can fast, it can bring a lot of benefits in terms of health and overall well-being. So the simplest way you can fast is if you can have dinner tonight and you can go without food tomorrow, and just you can break your fast after sunset by having dinner. So 24 hours fast starting from today dinner. After tonight's dinner, you next meal is tomorrow's dinner. So 24 hours fast. So this is the minimum. If you can fast and just be with water, that's the ideal way. If it's not possible for you to just survive on water, then you can even have fruits, so that this is something easier for the system to handle. So it's very important to give your system a break. So please see if you can do this on a regular basis. And if you want to even extend the fast by breaking the fast on the next day after Ekadashi, that is also possible. But for most people, they generally they do a 24 hours fast. So if you can at least manage this much, it will be great. And this is something which will also strengthen you within. If you can just be without food and continue the activity, it's not a day to take rest. So see if you can continue doing whatever activity you're doing, your work at home or office or whatever. So this is not a day to take rest. So this will strengthen you tremendously if you can continue your activity, and your sadhana will be tremendously supportive, especially on Ekadashis. If you are doing Shakti Chalana Kriya, if you can do this twice a day, you will see that will assist the system in cleansing and purifying the system. So that will be very beneficial. So see if you can intensify your sadhana tomorrow. It being Ekadashi, you will see that when you are on empty stomach condition, then your body's your ability to turn within is much more enhanced. So you will be able to do your sadhana also much better. So this is a day to intensify your sadhana. So whatever yogic practices you are doing, if we see how to intensify them on Ekadashis, it will be a great support for you to even fast effortlessly. So please attempt fasting tomorrow, and you can also break the fast by having a easy to digest meal, like more fruits, veggies, and something like porridges. And we'll share a link to a video which has more details in terms of how you can break the fast, and some particular recipes which you can try out, which are usually served in the ashram on Ekadashi dinner. So that's something which you can do. You can try it out. Today I wanted to speak about another aspect which is very good for cleansing the system, especially cleansing all the toxins from the system, for detoxifying the system. It is an ancient technique, tried and tested technique, which has been spoken very highly about in Ayurveda, and even modern science. They have done a lot of research, and now it's become very popular in the West, especially in the Western countries. A lot of people have been speaking about it, and they have published papers, etc., advocating about the benefits. So it has caught up in the West, and this is something which our ancient seers and sages, they knew about this. Ayurveda, as you know, is a science which looks at the human system in detail, and this is one of the processes which is done as a dinacharya or a daily routine. So this is called as oil pulling. So if you can do this oil pulling on a daily basis, preferably first thing in the morning on empty stomach condition. So without brushing your teeth, before you brush your teeth, if you can do this oil pulling. So how you can do this is, it's just very simple. If you can take preferably cold pressed oil, something which is not refined. So if you can take either coconut oil or mustard oil or sesame oil, so whichever is possible for you to source. So I generally use coconut oil or gingerly oil. So you see whatever is possible for you. So if you can use one of these oils and take a tablespoon of it, take about a tablespoon of it, and see if you can swish the oil in your mouth for about 10 to 20 minutes. If you can do this, if you can swish the oil so that the oil circulates in the different regions of your mouth, and without swallowing it, you should not swallow it, then you will see that this oil, it can suck out all the bacteria and other toxins from the system. Not just for oral hygiene, definitely it'll help you in terms of oral hygiene, in terms of keeping your tongue, teeth, etc. clean, and preventing cavities, etc. It is very beneficial. Apart from that, it is said to have many other benefits because it can detoxify the whole system, remove toxins from the system by pulling them out. Because generally what happens is, the microorganisms in our system, they are fats, and if you see the properties of oil and water do not combine, but oil and oil can combine. So basically it kind of pulls the microorganisms out, the toxins from the system. So this is something which can not only cleanse your mouth but can have overall benefits for the entire system. And supposedly it has also helped many people get rid of a lot of common ailments like acne, migraine, arthritis. So many of these common ailments, it is linked to toxins being accumulated in the system, and this is something which can help cleanse the toxins. So this is a simple thing which you can do. If 10 to 20 minutes is looking too much for you, you can even do some other activity while doing the oil pulling. Some people, they take a shower or they do get into some other activity at the same time while they are doing the oil pulling. So that's something which can be done, and you'll notice that by the time if you swish it for 10 to 20 minutes, then after some time, it'll create pressure and you'll feel like spitting out the oil. So you do it for enough time, and then when you want to spit it out, it's best that you do not spit it out in the wash basin because it can clog the pipes. So it is best you either spit it out in a trash can, or maybe take a paper towel and then dispose it, so that you do not clog the pipes. So that's the best way to dispose the oil. So please see if you can do this irrespective of your age, whether they're children or elders at home. Still they can do this even if they are not doing any yogic practices. This is one simple thing which they can do to cleanse the toxins out of the system. So if you've been already doing this, please share what benefits you have noticed, and those of you who haven't tried, see if you can make this a part of your daily life. Every day in the morning on empty stomach, spend about 10 to 20 minutes just swishing this oil, whichever oil is you choose. Just see if you can swish it in your mouth for 10 to 20 minutes and then spit it out. So please try this, and then it will be nice to hear from you what benefits you have experienced. So we'll meet you again for tomorrow for the next video. Until then, I hope you're following the updates from Sadhguru's channel about the safe soil journey, and I think they have posted some updates about Sadhguru addressing the COP15 leaders today, and there are some updates in terms of what's happened and the leaders who are there. So please do stay updated and see if you can share among your network. Namaskaram.